Before I talk about practice, I would like to take the opportunity to offer on behalf of UCLA football and certainly all my teammates, the guys who I got to play with in the early 80s, a chance to offer our condolences to the Smith family back in Alabama. We lost a great Bruin, a great man yesterday. Homer Smith passed away. He'd been ill, but he put up a valiant fight, as you would expect that he would. I got a chance to talk to Kathy today, and she's ticked off. They were told that they had 4 to 6 months, and they only got a week. And that's just the competitive fire of a coach's wife. You know, they got cheated. But there's nobody in the, there are 2 men in my life that have made a real difference when it comes to football, and Terry Donahue and Homer Smith are the reason that I'm standing here in front of this camera right now, and I just miss Homer already. He was an unbelievable inspiration to me as a coach, and then as a guy who mentored me in the coaching profession. And I am forever indebted to him, and just want the Smith family to know we're going to miss Homer, and wish you all the very best. Practice today was a little bit sluggish. You know, it's not unusual for it to be that way after a scrimmage, but I just got done kind of telling the team that if we want to go where we all say we want to go, we've got to get through that. We can't just be like every other team and say that, well, we scrimmaged on Saturday, so we're not feeling quite like it. And I saw flashes as the practice wore on that guys were getting back into the thing. We'll look at the tape and say it was a good practice, but the intensity that we had on Saturday was not the same, and that's what we have to bring as often as is possible. Certainly it's not something you're going to get on a daily basis, but as often as is possible, and I expect it to be much improved tomorrow. With that being said, I'll take questions.
How do you get to work on that?
Say again?
How do you get to work on that when I guess the next scrimmage you have is the spring game and then that's it?
No, we've got a scrimmage this Friday.
Okay.
We'll scrimmage this Friday afternoon. It's leadership. It's guys on the team understanding that these days are precious, and not to be survived, but to be how do we go out and play a game every day even though we're not playing a game, and have that kind of mentality. That's a special quality that the great teams possess. With respect to John Young, I guess he subluxed his shoulder, but it went right back in, so we'll see what the extent of the damage is, and hopefully it's nothing more than we just tape him down and he'll be back out here. Tony Dye nursing a little bit of a knee bruise. Expect him to be back shortly.
Speaking of leadership, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago about the council.
Right. Had my first meeting with our council. Great group of guys talking about the different things that we want as our mission statement and the purpose for such a council. And I thought it was a very productive opening meeting. Obviously, lots of work ahead, but yeah, it's a good group. Let me see if I can. I may miss a few, but Jeff Baca is on there. Taylor Embry's on there. Kai Maiava is on there. Pat Larimore. Kevin Prince. Isaiah Bowens. I think Eric Kendricks is on there. Jonathan Franklin's on there. Owa is on there. Jerry Rice is on there. And I may be missing 1 or 2. But, Tony Dye, I'm sorry, thank you for asking. Tony Dye is also on there. But it's a good cross-section of our team, all the different classes. Jerry's a walk-on athlete, so it's got a bunch of kids that come from different places in their life, and all want the same thing, which is to be a part of a great championship caliber team.
Were you encouraged by Kip Smith's kicking in the scrimmage?
I was. What I'm encouraged by is how he responds after he misses one. And he came back and I think hit his last 2 after missing one in the scrimmage. So we'll continue to keep working on his confidence. I think his swing is good, and obviously he's got a whole summer to get grooved in that department. But I'm optimistic he's going to pick up right where we've left off.
So you don't anticipate much of a drop-off after having a guy who was kind of automatic in that role?
Well, I think it'd be we'll take it as it comes. But if Kip can reach his full potential, then we're going to be very excited about it.
When you're replacing the entire machinery, what's the hardest aspect? Replacing the kicker, the holder, the snapper?
Oh, I think they're all equally important. You know, kickers can be as talented as anything, but if the ball's not consistently put in the right place with the laces away, it's a hard game. Snappers have to give the holder a chance to make it done. So it's a triumvirate. There's no question about it. And with McDermott and you know, working Jeff Locke as the holder, I think we've got a nice group there.
Coach, talk a little bit about what's going into giving Anthony Barr a shot at running back.
Well, you know, he's a very accomplished running back in high school, and we want to see what we have before we decide what we want to do. And in the few runs that he had today, he was very impressive. So we'll keep track of that.
Did he look more comfortable there than he does at, say?
You know, he's a comfortable-looking athlete regardless of where he is. You know, you sometimes think he's almost too smooth, but we'll get him. We just want to make sure that we're getting everything we can out of him and that he's fulfilling his full potential.
Was that Shaq Evans you saw on the 7-on-7?
Yeah. I'm trying to get Shaq a little bit of 7-on-7 so that he's much further along when he gets ready to go full speed in the fall.
Anything stand out at you from the scrimmage film?
You know, there was just a lot of good things. Some explosive plays, some great physical play, but still so much more that can be done, and I'm looking forward to this Friday scrimmage, hopefully from not only an intensity standpoint but also a consistency in terms of assignment standpoint.
About halfway through, how is this coaching staff meshing?
Just like the players, we're learning the yins and the yangs, and you know, but I think cautiously optimistic. You know, really want to believe that good things are on the horizon, and it's about energy. We keep bringing energy, the guys will respond.
Speaking of energy, Coach Tracy brings a lot of energy out here every day.
Yes, he does.
Is that a big reason why he's here?
Well, it certainly played into it. You know, you want a fiery guy at the helm of your defense because that's how you want your defense to play. And he brings that, but it's not false. He's passionate about his package, and the guys are embracing it. I think we'll get better and better.
Thank you, Coach.
Everybody good? All right, take care.